Hi everybody, I wanted to put this video together to give quick run over of the compressor I'm selling on eBay. It's a very new compressor. From what I can gather, it was used as a limiter across a PA system for various military applications. I purchased it on eBay not knowing much about it, and when I got it, I had Joe Russo from Clockwork Audio, who's a great tech, go through the box, and essentially what he had found was that it had been rebuilt rather incorrectly, and the capacitors and resistors that were put in line were the wrong values. So Joe put all the correct staging in it, and he put new tubes in it. It was lucky for me because I could learn a little bit mechanically about what the compressor does, and a lot of times when you buy these, you really just are, I found myself not knowing much and taking kind of a guess. So it's been very professionally rebuilt and very well done at that. What Joe found was that, well, first of all, there was only a microphone input. And I had Joe do a modification so that there was now, in fact, there's a microphone input and a line input. And that can be toggled between at this toggle switch. So in the middle position, it's a microphone input, and in the lower position, it's a line input. This monitor level, previously there was two outputs. There was a line out and an amplified out. And I had Joe take it out of line. So there is no... although the circuitry is still there, I had him take it out of the audio path, and should you want to put it back in, all the parts are there. This is the output level, and this compressor dial is actually the input value. So as a Varimu, the more signal you put into the compression, the more signal you put into the box, the more it compresses, and this knob acts as your input gain. If you want to reach out to Joe and ask him any questions, he's been kind enough to let me put his email address in the auction. His email is thejoerusso@gmail.com. That's the JOERUSSO at gmail.com. Email me if you don't if you forget, or if you need to get a hold of him, I can give it to you as well. So we've put the compressor in a session here. I've got it wired as a hardware insert in Pro Tools, and just took a male vocal that was sung live with acoustic guitar. So if you hear a little acoustic guitar in the background, that's just sort of bleed through from the microphone. That's pretty much it. So I've got a pretty conservative level for the output and a pretty conservative level for the input. Here's the vocal.
Hurt more than anything as before. What it was, what it was, what it was.
Here's without the compressor. And you'll see the hardware insert is bypassed.
Hold on, this will hurt more than anything as before. What it was, what it was, what it was.
Here's the compressor back in line.
Hold on, this will hurt more than anything as before.
You can hear the compressor start to pump.
What it was, what it
Dial
was,
it back.
what it was.
Here's the output level.
I've brought this on us more than anyone could ignore. What I've done, what I've done, what I've done. Hold on.
And here is with the compression and bypass. So if you pull the knob, this pot all the way down, there's a click, a detente right here. You can hear it now, it's out of line. I'm going to pull the input level down again.
Hold on, this will hurt more than anything.
Now, we found that this box is really cool, and you can get some great distortion sounds by putting the compressor in bypass and just yanking the output level. So essentially what you're doing is you're overdriving the input of the tube.
Hold on, this will hurt more than anything has before.
So obviously not something you're going to want to use on a male lead vocal, but I suppose you could. And if you want to use that for guitars or bass, I found myself using it on bass quite a bit. Again, a really cool feature. And then I guess the last thing to point out would be that the power light works. So I'm just gonna dim down my monitors, and as you can see, it's gone off, and now it's back on. So I hope it goes to a good home and a good studio. We've certainly used it to great effect, and really loved it all the way along the way. And if I can answer any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks very much.